You mentioned something about apartments for teachers.
Yes, it's on the books right now. And our city has not been using it, where they have middle-income apartments available for teachers in the city of New York, and nobody can give me the right answer on why they haven't used it. You know, we lose teachers, I think we lose on an average of 4 to 5 years, which is the amount of training required to get them back up to speed is ridiculous. Well, you know, what do I stand for? I stand for common sense.
Yeah, but what is this proposal? I'm sorry, I've never heard of it.
It exists.
But what is it?
Do your research. That there's apartments available, that for middle-income apartments available for teachers in the city of New York to maintain them staying a longer term with our schools. Okay. In other words, if they move out, if they move out, then they have 2 years. If they quit their job as a teacher, then they have, I think, 2 years to move out of the apartment. But what happens? You have a great apartment, you stay. Mm-hmm. And I think that's a great system. And the master teacher program still exists. Nobody uses it. Where you have an older teacher that has a lot more experience, and you have a younger teacher that comes in and doesn't know which way to go, which way is left, which way is right. The master teacher puts their arm around the younger teacher and says, this is the way it's happening, this is the way it is, teaches them. Look, most of our teachers are great teachers. They need more teaching for themselves. They've got to be properly taught how to be in the schools without creating a problem.
You mentioned a couple of times you wouldn't let the streets go back to the hoodlums.
Oh, absolutely not.
That your opponents on stage today
well,
said
especially
that would do that.
Especially our Democratic opponents. You know, they want to. You want to turn New York into downtown Chicago? Chicago has 4 times the murder rate New York has. And I went to Harlem. I went to a forum in Harlem. I was the only Republican that shows up. You know why? I'm for all the people. I'm not just for the Republican sectors. I'm running, you know, I'm in the Dominican parade, I'm in the Puerto Rican parade, I'm in the Israeli parade. I'm for all the people. What happens is I turn to my opponents and I said to them, what do you want to do? Turn to downtown Chicago? And I think it's very important. You know, I know my wife is in the audience, and Congressman Rangel was sitting next to her. And you know what he said to my wife? He says, he's right. We don't want to turn our streets back into a criminal enterprise. You know, you guys are very young. You don't remember how bad it was. I remember how bad it was. And we want the greatest city in the world.
What do you say to the 700,000 or so innocent folks who were stopped, questioned, and frisked by the police, and who feel that they were unduly stopped and improperly?
Let's wait. 21st century technology. You could use what they use at the airports. You know, you question the person. If you have reason to suspect something, why not have a metal detector? I'm never going to touch you. And I do a wand check. Maybe we should record that wand check to make sure the policemen do the right job. Maybe, you know, remember those Google glasses that we're talking about, 21st century technology? Let's record the situation to make sure that everything, proper protocol was done. Now, 21st century technology, let's go forward a year or 2. And I'm the only one that talks about the future. Let's talk about that you have next to the cameras on the street, looks down upon the people. You can tell if you're carrying a gun. You know what the mothers and the fathers in Harlem, because I'm from Harlem, I grew up on 135th Street. You know what they tell me? I'll tell you what they tell me. Thank you for keeping the guns off the street. The hoodlums, the bad kids, are too scared to carry the guns, and our streets have become safer for the 12-year-olds, 14-year-olds. Here's the difference with the press. The press is looking at the 12 people on that corner that is picketing and yelling and screaming, stop, stop, and frisk, stop, and frisk. I'm listening to the mothers and the fathers who have children on those streets. And the children feel safer, and the mothers and the fathers feel safer. Now, if it has to go to drag out brawl, what I would say, let's have a referendum of all the voters. Let's have a referendum of all the voters and how they feel. Again, what do we come back to? Common sense. I'm not a professional politician. I'm a common sense person that knows how to go the next step and how to deal with people. And that's my.
You would have a referendum on stop and frisk?
Absolutely. If it comes to, down to a drag-out battle, yes.
During the debate, you made reference to someone in the Giuliani administration
Yes.
taking, or you might have used the word stealing.
Stealing. A $40 million program that was not. You know the program. You were there.
Can you tell us
It was the
about
Hannock matter, where they stole a $40 million program that wasn't vetted for who they stole it for. It was vetted for Hannock, the charity, and I just became chairman of that charity because the chairman died, and I had to defend it. And I couldn't get any justice. That was one of the problems of some of the people that worked there. You couldn't, there was nobody with a heart to deal with it. I had to go to the U.S. Attorney's Office, and it was a serious matter, and you'll do your own research.
And was Joe Loda involved in that at all?
It was some of his people. I don't think Joe was involved.
Thanks.
What else? Thank you very much.
Thank you.